Hey everybody, I hope you all enjoyed teaching and singing the hello song with your friends and family, and remember, that's something you can do more than just once. Today's topic is about Quaver. Now, while you won't be able to have access to all the Quaver lessons that I do with you in class, there's tons of activities that you can access online right now. So, let's get to it. So before we get started, I just want to remind you that at the bottom of this video in the descriptions, there's a link to this activity sheet that kind of lists out the episodes and each activity as we go along throughout the next few weeks. And for this particular episode, if you look in the details, there's a link that says this cheat sheet. So if you click on that, it'll bring up a little cheat sheet that I made for you guys. If you just want to bookmark this or if you want to print it off and just kind of have it with you until you get the hang of it, this should be helpful after this video is done, or if you don't need it, no big deal. So the first step you'll see is I'm going to visit apps.rusd.org. So I'm going to do that in a new window here. So I'm going to go apps.rusd.org. Then I'm going to click enter. And you're going to see a screen that looks a lot like when you log into the Chromebooks at school. And you're going to type in your S number because you're a student and your password. So I hope that you remember those. If you don't, probably need to contact your teacher. Mine is going to be an E number because I'm an employee. So you guys can type those in right now while I do mine. And then you're going to click enter or sign in. And then you'll see a screen that kind of looks like mine. Mine's a little different. You might have a different cool background that you've created with yours. But you're going to scroll down to where it says Quaver Music right here. And then you might get a screen that asks you if you have an account. If you see the screen that says, do you have an account with Quaver? I want you to actually click no, because then what it'll do is it'll automatically create an account for you. Okay, so you don't have to go through signing up with a username and stuff. It'll make one through the district for you. If you have any questions about that, just email me or comment below and I can try and help you out. And then you're going to have two options here, either to use Quaver with Flash or Quaver without Flash. Now, Flash is something on the internet and in the computing world that it's kind of like a type of software that helps people animate things. And Flash is what a lot of Quaver used to be in, but Flash is actually going away. A lot of people are not using it anymore. So Quaver is starting to turn most of their website into stuff that's not using Flash, which is good because then it'll be available and it'll work a little bit easier on a lot more devices. So I would recommend going with without Flash because it'll work a lot better on most devices. However, the only problem with going without Flash is that you won't be able to edit your avatar, right? So if you'd like to edit your avatar, you're going to have to go to with Flash, click on your avatar, edit it, and then maybe log back out, log back in, and then use Flash. That might be a good way to do that. But for now, I'm just going to click without Flash. So I've clicked without Flash, and there I am, Mr. Alexander Kaiser, SC Johnson staff. Now, if you're in 3rd, 4th, or 5th grade, you may have already been added to a classroom because we may have done some assessments or assignments together, so that's cool. If you're not added to a classroom, don't stress about that yet. I'm not going to worry about that, which also means that you might not have assignments from me yet, and don't worry about that either. Not a big deal. There's plenty of stuff you can still do. And that goes along with this, joining a class. Don't stress about joining a class yet. We'll get you in there in no time. So like I said, you won't be able to do the avatar, unfortunately, but there's these 3 Quaver books, student interactives, and creatives that have lots of awesome activities for you to do. So I'm going to start with student interactives, and we've done a lot of these in class. Let's see. There we go. So we've got recorder stuff for you. If you brought your recorder home, awesome. You can play some recorder. I can go to some music theory activities, and I'll show you a couple of these in more detail in future episodes. But you may notice or recognize some of these activities that we've done before in class, or maybe there's a new one that you've never seen. If you want to explore instruments, we just got done with an instrument unit in kindergarten. You can check those out. Music creation, a lot of composition apps and different things you can try there. Some movement, this is pretty limited. It's just got some body percussion, but it's pretty fun. Playing music, if you want to try some virtual instruments, there's some xylophones here that you can try out. And then Quaver books, which is also, if you exit out here, is also linked right here. So Quaver books are pretty cool. They have all sorts of different types of music, and they have different things that you can learn about, and they're interactive as well. So they have music, they have audio examples. It's pretty fun, and I think they have quizzes at the end as well. So I'm going to get back out of that. So far you've got student interactives and Quaver books. And then one of my favorites is creatives. So if you click on creatives, there's quite a few different activities here. And you can notice that it says updated creatives. These are mobile friendly. And that's because you did that without Flash. If you're in the Flash version, these might not work as well. So these ones are pretty friendly for phone, tablets, that kind of stuff. Backbeat Light, you can create some kind of cool beats on there. Here with Composer Light, you can compose some music with notes. I'll be doing an episode pretty soon about cue grooves, which is kind of like GarageBand, also really neat. And then you can explore these other apps in here. Songbrush is a pretty cool way to kind of paint your music and put art and music together. So for now, I would recommend exploring apps and activities and student interactives, creatives, and Quaver books. As people start to get used to being on Quaver again and getting in there and checking it out, we'll start adding people to classes. I can send you some other assignments and activities that you can try out. But most important thing is have fun and be musical. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.